Have you ever looked in the mirror and wondered, where did I go? Not the person others see, but you. The real you. The one who used to laugh freely, speak boldly, feel deeply before they came into your life. If that question hits too close to home, you're not alone. There's a kind of pain that doesn't leave bruises, a kind of control that doesn't need chains, a kind of abuse that breaks your soul silently, slowly. That pain has a name, narcissistic manipulation. And if you're here, it means you've felt it, not once, not twice, but maybe for weeks, months, or even years. The confusion, the gaslighting, the constant walking on eggshells, being blamed for everything, even when you tried your best, feeling like nothing you do is enough while they take and take, leaving you empty. You gave them everything, your time, your energy, your forgiveness, your loyalty. And somewhere along the way, you lost yourself. Let that truth settle in, because the first step to reclaiming your power is owning what really happened. This wasn't love. It wasn't just tough relationship. It wasn't your fault. You were manipulated. You were drained. You were broken down so they could feel bigger. And the worst part, they made you believe it was all in your head. That's not weakness. That's the power of psychological control. See, for narcissists don't just want attention. They want control. They crave power over your mind, your emotions, and your sense of reality. They wear masks, charming, confident, successful, but behind it is insecurity, fear, and emptiness. So what do? They latch onto your light and feed off of it until it dims. They take your empathy and turn it into a weapon against you. They twist your kindness into submission. They make you question your instincts, doubt your worth, and erase your boundaries, one subtle move at a time. If you've ever thought, maybe I'm the problem, maybe if I just try harder, maybe they'll change, you've already been pulled into the cycle. But let me tell you something right now, and I want you to feel this with every part of your being. You are not crazy. You are not weak. You are not the problem. You are someone who loved deeply, trusted openly, and gave generously to someone who never intended to give anything back. But here's the truth. They never want you to realize your power was never gone. It was just buried. Under their lies, under their manipulation, under the exhaustion they created. And now you're waking up. That quiet voice inside you, the one they tried to silence, is growing louder. It's telling you enough. Enough of the pain. Enough of the control. Enough of giving your energy to someone who only drains it. You're not here by accident. You're here because something inside you is done settling, done shrinking, done surviving. You're ready to rise. And I promise you, if you stay with this video until the end, something will shift inside you. You'll learn exactly how to take your power back from a narcissist, not just in theory, but in real, actionable ways. Psychologically, emotionally, mentally. You'll understand the traps they set and how to break free. You'll understand why they chose you and why they can't have you anymore. And most importantly, you'll understand how to become untouchable to their games, because the truth is, narcissists don't fear confrontation. They don't fear arguments. They fear clarity. They fear your awakening. They fear your indifference. They fear the version of you that knows your worth and refuses to play small. That version is in you. It always was. This video isn't about revenge. It's about recovery. It's not about becoming colder. It's about becoming wiser. You don't need to win against a narcissist. You just need to walk away stronger. So before we dive into the 7 powerful steps to reclaim your strength, let's take a moment right here, right now, to acknowledge how far you've already come. You survived manipulation. You survived gaslighting. You survived being emotionally starved while still giving love. That alone proves something important. You are stronger than they ever expected. And if you have the strength to survive that, you have the strength to rebuild, not just survive, but thrive. You are not the person they made you feel like. You're not broken. You're not too sensitive. You're not too emotional. You're not difficult. You're human. You feel deeply. You care fiercely. You love hard. And one day when you've healed, that love will be your superpower again. But first, it's time to protect it. It's time to protect you. Stay with me until the end, because by the time this video is over, you won't just feel better. You'll feel powerful. This is the beginning of your comeback story, and no narcissist can stop it. You gave them love and they gave you confusion. You gave them trust and they gave you chaos. But it wasn't random. It wasn't just a toxic relationship. There's a reason why being with a narcissist feels like you're slowly losing your grip on reality. And understanding why is one of the most powerful steps toward taking your life back. Here's the truth most people don't want to admit. Narcissists don't want love. They want control. They want attention, admiration, and power at all costs. And the easiest way to get that power is by finding someone with a beautiful heart, someone empathetic, someone who sees the best in people, someone who forgives too much.
Someone like you.
They don't choose the weak. They choose the strong who don't know how strong they are yet. It begins with charm. They mirror you. They say all the right things. They make you feel seen, heard, even adored. It feels like a perfect connection. Too good to be true, because it is. That love wasn't real. It was bait, designed to pull you in fast so they could start feeding off your light. And once you're hooked, the mask slips. The compliments turn to criticism. The kindness turns to coldness. And suddenly, you're trying harder than ever to win back the version of them they showed in the beginning. But here's the most painful part. That version never existed. They created it to control you. Because once they sense they've gained emotional control, they shift the game. Now it becomes about keeping you small, making you second, guess yourself, blaming you for things they caused, punishing you with silence, breaking you down just enough so that you don't leave, but never enough so that you're happy. This cycle is not an accident. It's strategic, because the more confused you are, the more power they have, and confusion is the weapon narcissists master. They gaslight to make you question your memory. They triangulate to make you feel jealous or replaceable. They devalue to lower your self-worth. They love, bomb again, to keep you addicted to hope. It's a pattern of emotional manipulation that leaves you exhausted but still chasing the person they used to be. And the truth is, narcissists aren't confident. They're deeply insecure. But instead of healing, they cover their wounds by controlling others. They fear abandonment, rejection, and being truly seen, so they dominate, manipulate, and lie. They thrive in chaos because chaos keeps you distracted. It keeps you focused on fixing them instead of saving yourself. But you're starting to see it now. The illusion is cracking. And with every truth you uncover, their control fades. So if you're still blaming yourself, stop. This was never about your flaws. It was about your light, your kindness, your heart. And now that you know what you were up against, something powerful begins to shift inside of you. Because narcissists don't break you in one moment. They do it piece by piece. One little comment, one quiet insult, one moment of silence after your tears. They test the limits of your love until they've trained you to ignore your own pain. But not anymore, because the moment you name it, manipulation, gaslighting, emotional abuse, you begin to take your power back. Clarity is power. Understanding is power. Truth is power. And here's the truth you need to remember. You were never too much. You were just too real for someone who lives behind a mask. You were never too emotional. You just cared deeply, and they didn't know how to receive that without using it. You were never too needy. You just needed basic respect, something they were never willing to give. The narcissist didn't break you because you were weak. They tried to break you because you were strong, and your strength threatened their illusion of control. And now you're seeing the game for what it is. They conditioned you to focus on them, but now you turn the focus back to yourself. They made you question your voice. Now you begin to speak your truth. They made you feel unworthy, but now you remember your value was never tied to how they treated you. See, narcissists can only win when you stay in the dark, when you blame yourself, when you keep hoping they'll change. But they don't change. They adapt. They shapeshift to maintain control, not to create love, but to keep you doubting yourself. And that's why reclaiming your power starts with accepting this painful truth. You cannot save them. You cannot fix them. You cannot make them love you in the way you deserve. Because a narcissist doesn't want love. They want obedience. And the moment you stop giving that, they panic. They twist your words. They rewrite history. They might even play the victim. Because to them, Losing control is worse than losing you. But to you, losing yourself is no longer an option. You've played small long enough. You've stayed silent long enough. You've suffered in confusion long enough. You rise, not to prove them wrong, but to prove yourself right. That you deserve peace. You deserve truth. You deserve love that doesn't require pain. The truth about narcissists is this: they fear empowered people. They fear clarity. They fear the moment you stop needing them. And that moment is now. The fog is clearing. The chains are breaking. The illusion is dying. And the real you, the one they tried to bury, is waking up again. This isn't just healing. This is rebirth.